Mortgage rates are falling. Is it time to buy a house? Or should I wait? Like I always say, all bad things must come to an end. Does this mean there's exciting news for home buyers? Mortgage rates just dumped hard, creating a serious buzz in the housing market. For the first time in my life, or at least in a long while, the Federal Reserve's interest rate shenanigans might finally come to an end. You might be wondering, will mortgage rates continue to fall? If so, how do I time the market just right? Obviously, you want to get the best mortgage rate possible, but if you wait too long, you could pay more for a house. I'm going to explain what's really happening and what you can expect to happen in the coming months. Then, at the end of this video, I'll share my #1 tip for getting the best deal possible on a house today and how to avoid these stupid high mortgage interest rates. Let's start with this recent article from Market Insider. The housing market is loosening up as mortgage rates sink, but window of opportunity could be narrow. Redfin reported, the housing market is loosening up as supply climbs and home prices drop. In case you don't know, in many markets, home values have been increasing for several months now, but prices in a lot of areas are still lower than what they were at the peak. And even though supply is starting to increase, housing inventory is still far below what is needed. The article continued, in the last week, the 30-year fixed mortgage rate has notched its biggest weekly drop in over a year as the Federal Reserve and economic data suggest inflationary pressures are easing. Yes, mortgage rates are still sitting near 23-year highs, but the recent drop could shrink your monthly house payment by a few $100s. And most likely, this is only the tip of the iceberg. As rates slide, more and more buyers will enter the market, making it harder for you to find the perfect home and to get a great deal. The report continued, home buyers are already jumping off the sidelines to take advantage of the current mortgage levels, with applications jumping 3%. It might not sound like a lot, but that's thousands of people suddenly looking to purchase a home in a market where there's not an overabundance of available homes. So is there an advantage for those who jump into the housing market before it fully recovers? Well, right now there's a lot of misinformation. This is causing a lot of confusion and fear. But market uncertainty opens the window of opportunity. One of the world's greatest investors, Warren Buffett, said, "Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy only when others are fearful." To get the best deal possible, you want to purchase a home before the fear subsides, and I would add, ahead of the normal buying season. If the housing market turns before you purchase a home, you could find yourself wishing and wanting. You could easily lose out on tens of thousands of dollars in savings by waiting too long to buy a home. So if you want to buy a home and you're waiting for that perfect moment, consider this. So is everyone else. I'm talking about millions of wannabe home buyers. If you really think about it, the perfect time to buy a home usually isn't. Higher mortgage rates are your friend, keeping loads of buyers on the sidelines. And fewer buyers equates to lower prices. Yes, higher mortgage rates increase your monthly payment, but like Dave Ramsey has been saying, buy the house anyway and refinance when rates drop. Paying thousands more for a house in the future and losing out on all the great incentives that sellers are offering today will cost you big time. And in a recent interview, Barbara Cochran issued this warning and advice for future home buyers.
Mortgage rates went up to 8% last week, and yet apparently you say now is a good time to buy a house. How is that? That doesn't compute in my brain.
Nobody's expecting rates to come down, okay, immediately, okay, but they're going to come down, but they're never going to come to 2 or 3% like they used to be. But the minute rates come down to anything with a 5 in front of it, everything's going to break loose. Everybody's on the sideline. The sellers will list, the buyers will buy, and you'll have so much competition that you'll be paying more for your house. I wouldn't be surprised if rates come down, if prices went up by 10 or even 15%. So you can't win, and you could always refinance later.
The article went on to say 7% of sellers dropped their price a record amount, while homes for sale have remained unseasonably elevated. In other words, loads of desperate sellers have significantly dropped their prices. And there are more homes for sale right now than what you'd normally find this time of the year. And I still haven't shared my secret to getting the best house, the best deal, and the best rate in this market. So let's talk about this window of opportunity. There are 2 reasons why this moment in time might be your last chance to get a great deal on a home. First, this article reminds us that a reversal in economic good news could snap the trend, such as if the consumer price index shows higher than expected inflation. I don't see that happening, by the way. But the Fed governor, Lisa Cook, noted that geopolitical tensions could prompt a resurgence in inflation. The world we live in today is crazier than a soup sandwich, so it's hard to predict what will really happen. Even when the data shows obvious signs of recovery, one event could change everything, and it could happen fast. But that's just one more reason why you should purchase a home as soon as possible. The second thing that will close the window of opportunity is time. The combination of rates dropping and a market recovery, along with a normal buying season, which is quickly approaching, will cause home buyers to flood the market. Many of the top economists, along with the data, suggest mortgage rates will trend downward and that home prices will increase in 2024. Now, just real quick, if you're finding this helpful, please give me a thumbs up so others know that this video is helpful. For the most accurate and up-to-date real estate news, please subscribe and ring the bell to be notified each time I post new videos. I appreciate your support more than you know, and it allows me to continue making videos to help awesome people just like you. Thanks. Okay, so CNBC reported cooler monthly inflation report pushes mortgage rates even lower. How good were the inflation numbers? In a separate article, CNBC reported that the core CPI hit a 2-year low. In short, CPI, or Consumer Price Index, tracks the average change in price paid by the consumer for goods or services over time. It's a key indicator of inflation and is used to measure changes in the cost of living for the typical household. The article continued, inflation was flat in October, providing a hopeful sign that stubbornly high prices are easing. This gives the Fed good reason to stop raising interest rates. The Fed has been adamant that they'd like to see a sequence of declines. This chart clearly shows why so many are hopeful that rates will finally start to trend downward, as the CPI has been falling for several months now. But the Federal Reserve is nuttier than a squirrel turd, and there's no guarantee that they're done mucking things up. They shoulder much of the blame for what's happening today because they held rates down for way too long when the housing market was smoking hot. You should expect some volatility over the next few months, but clearly the market is recovering. So should you buy a house now or should you wait? Obviously, everyone's situation is different, and buying a house before you're ready could be a big mistake. But for those of you who are stable in your job and financially ready, you want to purchase a house as soon as you can for 2 reasons. First, if rates jump, you could once again find yourself unable to afford a house. The second, more likely scenario is that loads of wannabe homebuyers have been sitting on the sidelines just waiting for things to get better. As rates continue to move lower, more and more buyers will enter the market. This will make it hard to find a great property and home values will increase. If you're ready to buy a home, call your favorite realtor, find a home, negotiate a great deal, and lock in your rate as soon as possible. As I mentioned, in this wild and unpredictable market, things can change fast. If you're feeling uncertain, here are a few reasons why you should purchase a house before the market turns. First, home prices are down but expected to climb, especially when the buying season arrives. Second, you can still negotiate. Sellers are much more likely to further reduce their price, pay your closing costs, or a rate buy down, among other things. Third, you'll have little to no competition, making it easier to find a home that you love. Now, home prices are not expected to skyrocket, but if you wait too long, you could find yourself in a competitive market, submitting multiple offers as prices climb, and sellers will no longer be willing to negotiate. This will add loads of time and stress to the home buying process, and you will end up paying more for the house. If you're currently paying rent or living somewhere for free, the benefits of homeownership are mind-blowing. Recent data from the Federal Reserve shows that homeowners are nearly 40 times wealthier than renters. That is a shocking statistic, but homeowners also enjoy loads of benefits that aren't financial. If you don't own a house, I highly recommend you watch 20 unbelievable benefits of owning a home. Okay, as promised, here's my #1 secret to getting the best deal in a house today while avoiding these stupid high mortgage interest rates. Are you ready for it? Build a house. Why is it such an amazing time to build? For one, home builders have drastically reduced their prices. On top of that, many builders are now offering a price lock guarantee, meaning they won't increase the price of your home even if the market skyrockets. And right now, home builders are offering crazy incentives, which might include free upgrades, paying all your closing costs, or even buying down your mortgage rate. Maybe even a combination of these incentives. But the clincher, building a house puts time on your side. The home build process from time of contract should take 8 to 12 months. Because interest rates are expected to come down in 2024, you should get a much lower mortgage rate. Adding a rate buy down from the builder could reduce your monthly payment by hundreds of dollars per month, saving you tens of thousands of dollars over the life of that loan. If you're serious about buying a house, you'd be wise to start the home build process immediately. Why? Because when the market turns, all these incentives will go away, and it will happen faster than you think. Those who hesitate will miss out on an opportunity of a lifetime. This is a serious reminder that when it comes to purchasing real estate, it's better to be a little early than even 1 second too late. Find a real estate agent who specializes in new home construction to help you find the best builder and to negotiate the best deal. The builder will pay your agent's commission, so it won't cost you a dime to have professional representation on your side. If you're looking to build a home in Utah, I have personally guided more than 500 individuals through the home build process, and I've built 4 homes for myself. I'd be honored to serve you. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me with your questions. To see my in-depth video on why right now is the perfect time to build, watch Are You Waiting for the Best Time to Build a Home? Do this. If you're ready to go, you'll want to watch How to Buy a New Construction Home. I have loads of videos to guide you through the home build process. Not only will these videos save you time and stress, but they'll also save you a lot of money. Look for the links to my recommended videos below. If you're looking to buy, sell, build a home, or invest in Utah real estate, I get contacted all the time. Please feel free to call or text me with your questions. I'd love to meet you, and I'm honored to serve you. For everyone else, please feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you have a friend or a family member waiting to buy a house, you can easily text this video to them. And please don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and ring the bell to be notified each time I post new videos. Also, you can find me on Instagram at Ty, the Real Estate Guy. If you found this information helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to ring that little bell below. It'll make you feel good.